must insist that the revolution is a non-violent revolution, is a non-violent approach. And we must call out those individuals who are bringing up the violence. Today, the IG confirmed through his presser that he knows the goons, that he has met with the goons, and the goons are there to disrupt us. You ask yourself, which competent police officer or police force will identify of the incompetence that is this country suffering? I beg to rest my case. Kindly consider on that issue of the ID, consider on that issue of the IBC selection panel, and the idea of pushing an non-violent movement. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wakili, and it's good to have you. And we actually celebrate on your inputs, you guys. You really stood with us, and we appreciate you.
Thank you.
In a big way.
We are behind you. We will not leave this revolution until we win.
Amen to that. Guys, you heard it, yeah? There's also another lawyer in the house. He's always with us. Kindly say hi to Steve Bogwa. Kindly say hi to the meeting, and then we can continue.
I want to salute you all and the patriots and those who even turned up today to some activism sometimes is not necessarily being out there and actively protesting. Sometimes even sharing knowledge and enlightening our parents, our colleagues on the need to respect the rule of law is one of the aspects of being active citizens, because this is our nation and this is our country that we must shape the future how it needs to look like. I want to first start by thanking the High Court. Today was very grateful. At least they upheld the rule of law by suspending those bans which we saw the acting IG trying to put across to ban protests. Because what I would like the public to know, if such an act is allowed where an inspector of police can wake up in the morning and declare that they have suspended particular sections of the law or particular rights which are enshrined in our constitution, it clearly means that these rights are given to you by the government, and therefore the government has a right to take them away as they wish or when they feel they are not able to. The government need to know that the Bill of Rights is an inherent Bill of Rights that we were born with. They are there for us, and they cannot be taken away. They are only written in the Constitution as a matter of just entrenchment, but not giving to us. We already have the fact that we are human beings and we are citizens of this country. We already have these rights. So, and the other thing I would like to also further mention, which has been moving around, is the aspect of use of violence in this context. When the Inspector General of Police came out strongly to say that they understand, I think that is what my senior colleague, Mr. Teko Njiri, was mentioning. He's able to mention that they are able to identify these goons and they can know they have intel that they are going to cause mayhem and destroy property. And then as a result, they want to instill fear to the public not to protest, and also issue demands to threaten the public, the peaceful protesters not to protest. Then they are failing on their job, because it is the job of the police as the duty bearers to provide security to those who intend to peacefully protest, and those who intend not to protest, they protect their businesses. So the moment they start mentioning that they have no ability or capacity to take care of your property because people are going to protest and goons are going to take advantage, then it baffles each and every one of us, because we have seen them being deployed even out of the country to Haiti. And if they knew that we don't have capacity to deal with the thugs who are harassing Kenyans, they should not do that. Yes, despite a court order stopping them from doing it. So we have suffered as a country for a very long time when it comes to respect of the rule of law, and I hope and pray that the Inspector General respects the court's directive, and if not, what we have vowed as advocates and lawyers in general is that we are now going to, at the Law Society of Kenya, we are now going to file matters against these people individually, because they like hiding under the bracket of I am the Inspector General with the court order. So we are going to go after them individually for violations of these rights and these orders which they have failed to comply with. Because the moment you lift that veil, everybody needs to know that respect human rights and fundamental freedoms that we are enshrined in our constitution. The good thing is I like the conversations and the discussion that have been moving around the country and even through these spaces and also in various platforms on how the need for good governance and what has even makes me even more happy as a young person and also a lawyer is the fact that the clamor that we have seen across the country this time around is not about mtu wetu atapata nini, mtu wetu atakuwa kwa serikali. It is about we want a better Kenya for each and every one of us. We want a Kenya where if I get my child in Bungoma, if I have a child in Nyeri, if I have a child in Turkana, they all have equal chances to go to school, equal chances to access health, equal chances for the police to treat them right, not where your son, you have sent them to the shop and you don't know whether they're going to come back home because someone illegally abducted them and you don't even know how to trace them. They cannot even approach across the social media attacking some media houses. These are just propagandas and fear. And I think Napoleon has one time mentioned that government have a long time thrive in fear and propaganda. That's how most of government entities have thrived. That they sell fear to you, they sell propaganda, and they manage things. He told us that someone has confessed they have killed 42 people. The next day, we are seeing the same person in court through their lawyers, indicating that the said confession was obtained by way of use of force and violence on them. So we need to be honest as a commission, and the people are going to be nominated in the panel from various institutions. Even the LSK is going to send one of our representatives to sit in that particular committee, and various institutions are going to do the same thing. And I want to echo the words of my senior colleague, Mr. Tegwa, that these persons, we need to have people who have the best interest of the country at heart. We have to have people who are going to get us the best commissioners who are going to run this election in the best way possible, because it is our business as citizens and active members of this country. Political agendas to try and misuse public funds, and you look at what misuse public funds, and you look at what even Nani Maura, the spokesperson of the government, even Nani Maura, the spokesperson of the government, yesterday was giving a statement yesterday about today, saying that the government has lost 6 billion for the last 1 month because of protest. I remember we have been told before that government loses 2 billion every day on corruption, every day. So I think if the protest only costed 6 billion, that if you comparing to how much money we have been losing through there, that is comparing day and night when it comes to issues of governance, and we need to stop. Na sisi kama Wakenya, because sisi kama young people especially, I want to say that we have a duty to educate our parents. When our parents wake up in the morning and they see that a child in because of protesting against government excesses, some of them get scared and they remind you not to protest, not to raise this issue, keep quiet, stop being vigilant. But we can't just keep quiet like they did, and we don't raise questions, we don't go to court, we don't hold them accountable, and we allow this issue to continue, and we hand over them to the next regime, and our children come and take over. We have to ensure and to remember that the price of revolution is eternal vigilance. If we don't remain, we're supposed to be providing services to us, even at the county government level, at the city government level, at the CDF level, the management of a public resources by the members of parliament and the CDF committees. If we don't hold these people at all these levels accountable, then we may not realize the kind of country we all desire to live. And that's why you find all of us, most of us